Short, officers, Phoenix Police trying to find new ways to recruit and retain their staff.
Yeah, right now there are hundreds of open jobs. Mark Phillips shows us the challenges they're facing and what's being done to fix it.
Long before the bad headlines, like a Justice Department investigation or the record number of officer-involved shootings, the Phoenix Police Department has had a difficult time meeting recruitment goals. Now it's really bad.
We're losing on average 11 more than we are hiring every month. That's a significant number, and it's not a number, despite our best efforts, that we're seeing turn around.
Currently, there are just under 2,900 officers on the force. The Phoenix Police Department finds itself in a perpetual state of trying to catch up. On Wednesday, the Phoenix City Council's Public Safety and Justice Subcommittee learned that changing lifestyles trump bonus pay and other inducements to retain officers and hire enough qualified new recruits.
And we're seeing people that are deciding once they get here, some it's 2 days out of the academy in field training, some at 5 years. We just recently had a 14-year officer, which would have been unheard of, decide, I don't want to do this job anymore, and just leave.
The department says it has expanded its recruiting efforts, actively pursuing women and people of color to add to the ranks. But the department's history in some communities is making the sell that much harder.
Young men have come out of the South Mountain community, went through our academy, and then they wanted to go back to their community in police, and they end up leaving us. A couple of them have left us because of the pressure in the neighborhood.
The department says it's looking for more ways to hire civilians and bring back retired officers to work desk jobs, so more officers can be on the street. The city council wants to learn more about that idea. Mark Phillips, ABC 15, Arizona.
Right, so I'd like to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakah HaKadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. Hey, ultimately, this is what we've been saying. We've been saying this before it actually started happening, that it was going to get to a point where cops will begin to quit their jobs. You got 14-year police officers walking out. They get men, women up in there to train, go through the academy, and before you know it, once they get out into the field, they turn around and quit their jobs and saying that they can't deal with that because of the pressure. This is what we've been talking about. We've been talking about these cops leaving the force. There's a little under 2,900 cops in the Phoenix PD, man. 2,900 cops in the Phoenix PD. And that number is dwindling down. When you have less cops in the field, more crimes tend to happen. Right? So these are the things we've been talking about. See, you people are highly in your comfort zone. You got people that got 911 on speed dial. But what's going to start happening is that when you start calling these police officers, it's going to take them an hour, 2 hours to even get to you. Because they're going to be dealing with another matter. And they're not going to be able to make it to that emergency call. If it is an emergency call. Right? That's why they're going to dim down on a lot of calls that are called. When somebody say that there's a suspicious person walking around, they're not going to come to calls like that. They're going to be more focused on more important calls because there's going to be less people on the police force. And them putting out announcements on, oh, we got less police, we trying to get people, we're trying to get more people in, hire them, and get them out on the field. It's not going to happen because there's too much pressure right now being put upon these cops. And a lot of these cops don't want to quit their jobs because that's what they've been doing their whole lives. Practically their whole lives, 10, 15, 20 years in the police force. And for them to hop out of the police force to get into what? To be a electrician? To be a cable installer? Right? To be something else besides what they ultimately wanted to be was a police officer? So again, you people security is being snatched right from under you. And this time when the carpet is pulled, right from up under your feet, you're gonna fall over, man. You're gonna fall. You're not gonna still be standing up. You're gonna fall when that carpet is pulled right from up under your feet. And this is what we've been talking about, that chaos is going to be on the rise. You see, in California, man, they don't even lock people up for petty crimes anymore. Right? You go into a Circle K, a QT, or whatever, walk out with a whole case of beer or whatever, and the clerk can't do nothing but look at you walking away. And these are the things that's taking place, and we're telling you people, man, that what they're doing is they're slowly implementing laws and bills that is allowing people to commit crimes, criminal activity, right? Putting more pressure on police officers. Why? Because they're dimming you people's security, man. Right? You're not going to have that 911 protection. But let's get into the scripture. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. So in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. So while you think everything is all good and gravy, right, you're going to be destroyed. Like I said, a lot of you people got 911 on speed dial, right? Especially you women. You women, that's y'all protection. It's the police. Now, what happens when that number goes from whatever number they gave, 2,900? Now, what happens when that number shoots down to like 1,900? Whew. And that's in Phoenix, man. Right? And you're gonna have that in other districts as well. You can only take so much stress, because you got to think about it. If you're in that type of department, they're not only dealing with stress when having to deal with people, whether they have to deal with people at a complex, a house, or whatever. They got to deal with stress coming from what they will call and I quote, the so-called citizens, right? The so-called citizens, they got to deal with them. And then now on top of that, they have to deal with, pretty much being hated. And when you have so much pressure on you like that, you're going to walk away, find something else. Right? So again, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. So there you go. Right? Shall perish in the day of vengeance. You people of security is about to be snatched right from up under your feet, man. Right from up under your feet. You got this eviction moratorium, where it could come down to them calling the cops, the landlord calling the cops on the people that are evicted, and the cops might not even show up. You never know what might take place in the time span that we're in. There's so many moves being made, right? Though it's happening slowly, but it's happening. There's stores or shortages right now. Dealerships, right? They're not ordering a lot of cars to their dealerships because they have a lack of chips. When I was at work today, right, and we was driving, we was going to a job, and the dealership was damn near empty, man. That was damn near no cars at that dealership. You seen a few, but not many like it usually was. Why? Because they're running out of those chips. So a lot of things happening to show you that this place is spiraling, man. Spiraling down the drain. Right? So let's get this, man. Let's get Job 5. This is the book of Job, chapter 5, verse let's see. Right. Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointeth the devices. When you go into this word devices, the word devices means to what? To plot, to plan. Right? Let's just get it. Right? When you go into this word devices.
Strong's H 4284. Mahashava. Mahashava.
Right?
Second entry.
Mahashava.
Mahashiveth. Mahashiveth.
Mahashiveth. Right? Which means thought, device, thought, device, plan, purpose, invention. Right? Plan, purpose, invention. And this is what he's doing, man. Right? He's planning different events to take place here. That's why you have all these things happening, man, from oil prices rising, from the shipments not being able to make it. You know, there's gonna be what people don't really know is that at this point, what they're stocking on shelves is the stock that they already have in the warehouses and in the back of the stores. That's what they're stocking on, man. They're stocking on shit like that. That's why you could work inside of a grocery store and see that there's still food here and there. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they still got shit in the back, and they still got products, merchandise in the warehouses. But what happens when that comes to a stop? What happens when you walk into a Walgreens, a Walmart, a Fry's, a Food City, a QT, a Circle K, and you see products on short? You asking the clerk when they're going to stock back up, and they say they can't because they're on a shortage. When I worked for the last company, it seemed like electrical businesses or stores, or however where you go get the hardware, they was always on a shortage of EMT pipe, electrical pipe, PVC pipe. Always a shortage of something, man. Right? So this is how you know that we are at the end of this man kingdom. Right? Esau, Edom. So again, it means to thought, device, plan, purpose, invention. Right here, thought, device, purpose, work, imaginations, cunning, devised, invented, and means. And you know, this is one of my favorite scriptures right here, which is Isaiah 32:7. And it says the instruments also of the trul, right? And that word trul goes back to scandrel, or knave in the Hebrew, which means it slipped my mind, which means like the deceptive, right, or being that the meaning of that word scandrel, right, go back to being dishonest, right? So it says the instruments also of the chul, of the dishonest, are evil, right? So what he have planned out is nothing good for you. Just like with these inoculations. Them inoculations ain't good for you. Man, there's way too many people that have made videos on situations after they have, well, you know what, there's many people who have taken the inoculations, which have became very problematic for them, man, right? Who are now regretting that they have got inoculated. So it says the instruments also of the true, right? Which again, that word true means dishonest, are evil. He deviseth wicked devices. So there you go. He devises wicked devices. So his imagination of his thought is evil continually, man. Right? The imagination of his thought is evil continually. That's why you have the shortage, like the Apostle Tahar always said, order out of chaos, man. But in order to have chaos, you gotta have less police force. Once you dim down on police, defunding the police and things like that, once you dim down on the police, then that's more chaos. Right? Because again, like I said, you could have somebody go into a liquor store and, let's say, hold up the clerk at gunpoint, take his money, take whatever the fuck they want to take, walk, and pretty much just walk home. That's what's going to start happening, is that they're going to start walking home, right? So it says, the instruments also of the true are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, right? Psalms 58. As soon as they be born, speaking lies. But the thing is that you people want to believe everything you hear. Instead of analyzing, researching, and studying, you just take it. You type a take it or leave it person. Instead of doing the research and doing the studying and doing the things that you need to do to make sure that information that you have is actually true, right? It says, even when the needy speaketh right. So there you go, man. Right? So you have a shortage of police, like we've been speaking on. We've been speaking on these things. We've been speaking when the COVID, not even the COVID-19, but when these killings start happening of these so-called black Hispanics, right, being choked up, being put into hog ties, being put to death, we was already saying that they was gonna do what? That they was gonna start letting go a lot of police, and because a lot of police was being let go because of situations like that, other cops was gonna do what? Leave as well. Shit, there was 20-something riot police members that just walked out. I mean, we talking about people that's well trained at that job, who knows how to maneuver between walls, shoot a target in 2 seconds if they see that target is a threat to their lives or civilians. These are guys who trained for years and walked out on a police force, man. So this is what's happening. So your protection, you people protection is dwindling down because y'all don't trust in the Most High. Y'all trust in what? Y'all gun. Y'all trust in what? These devils and how they maneuver about and how they think and how they this and that and all that shit, when you know that the system is broken, right? This system is created only for the purpose of making the rich richer. That's it. And America have turned you people into greedy people, corrupt people, and just all bugged out, man. You people say we are for the people, but y'all people here in America is only for themselves, man. Right? You're only for themselves. Like Iron Man said. Captain America told Iron Man, he was like, would you if I can say this right, but I'm gonna roughly paraphrase it. He said, would you be he said some to the like is, would you be the guy that saved the guy if y'all was on a rope? And that reminded me of a movie, man, where these two people, they was like and a snowy mountain, and they fell in a crack of a mountain, and one of the guys fell over, but he was strapped to another guy, and the guy that was trying to hold him up wasn't strong enough to pull him up, and he cut himself. He didn't cut himself. He cut the rope and ended up killing himself. Now, when I look at that, I'm looking at that's what Captain America told Iron Man, because Iron Man was pretty much Tony Stark was pretty much like, well, I just cut the fucking rope. Why if he was holding up the dude, he wouldn't waste no time. He'd cut the fucking rope. So, and that's the thing, man. This is how fucked up America is, because that's you type of people, man. You people here, you people in America, you're corrupt, you wicked as hell, you boasters, you blasphemers, right? You only give a fuck about yourself. But you people want to talk about God, love this, love that, love that, love that. But you people don't. You people don't. You only love yourselves, and you supposedly love the ones that are around you, which is never fucking true, right? But this is how bugged out. This is the type of world that you people love, and this is the type of world that y'all want to stay in, man. Right? So it says, yeah, we can go ahead and get this, man. I already read that already. This is Psalms 1:6, and the scripture says, "For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous," right? Because the righteous is gonna rehearse the righteous acts. The righteous is gonna keep His laws, His statutes, and commandments, which the majority of you people don't even know law, statutes, commandments. You people sit here and say, "Oh, 10 commandments," but you don't even know the 10 commandments, man. Right? So how can you even be called righteous when the scriptures plainly tell you the righteous shall be saved? You people ain't even righteous. Okay, if somebody, if let's use this as an example, right? Let's say if you were working at a I kind of lost my train of thought, Salakia. Let's use this as an example. Let's say if you was working at a barbershop and you did a hairstyle in the way you wanted to do it, and you called the hairstyle whatever name you wanted to call it, and the boss came up because you did a good job, people always tipping more and giving you glory and honor or whatever that to the owner of the barbershop, and the barbershop said, the guy that cuts this hair like this and he named it this, right? I'm going to give you a promotion. Now, how will he be able to get that promotion if he didn't do his style in a certain way that the others weren't doing it? So he did his shit in a certain way in order for him to even get that promotion. It's the same thing as being righteous, man. If the Lord gave you law, statutes, commandments to keep, then if you're keeping the law, statutes, commandments, then you are the one that's going to get put in a spot for salvation. But if you're not doing it that way, then guess what? You're not getting that honor. You're not getting that glory, which means you're going to be casted to the side. And pretty much here in America, that happens in a lot of fucking businesses. If you're not recognized, you're not going to get that honor and glory. It's the same thing. It's the same thing here in a way, man. If you're not keeping the law, statutes, commandments, doing what the Most High commanded you, then guess what? You're not going to be recognized, man. You're going to be casted to the side. That's what you got to understand. That's why the majority of these people, especially you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, 2/3 of you, you're casted to the side because you're not being recognized. You're not being seen. You're not even being heard, man. You're not being seen. You're not being heard. You're not being recognized, which means you're casted to the side and you're just waiting for that destruction. And that destruction could be anything, man. That destruction could be from racial wars to martial law to a car accident to a drive-by shooting. Who knows? It's up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. But yeah, like I said, you know, this is what's coming is lawlessness, man. Right? You got more and more cops fleeing the scene. But other than that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and say shalom. Right? Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next time.